Yes, ma'am.
In science, I think I will cover.
Science.
Maths also, like I only will do one question, and the rest 3 and 4 I mark no by mistake.
Now it's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Jazakallah. So, as I told you that today we will discuss chapter number 6, and this chapter is related to your local self-government. And as we know that local self-government is working on the two levels, or you can say working in two areas. One is related to your rural one and second related to your urban one. In the last class, I told you that our country worked, or you can say our government system runs on three levels: at the center, at the state level, and third one is local level. Here I told you that at the center we people are having parliament, and in that we people are having Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, and if we will talk about at this level, state level, we people are having Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Here members are MPs and here MLAs. Okay, and the third level is related to your local stage or local level. Here the division is also there. Here the local self-government, or at the local level, we people are having rural self-government and urban self-government. Okay, why this division is there? The question is this.
So that it can justice can
What?
so that justice can be they can govern anything to the lowest level.
Yes. See, if we will connect this civics with the history part, different rulers were there, emperors, they have divided their empires into different parts: sarkars, subas, districts, parganas, mandalams, kotams. So they were the division. Why they were dividing? They were dividing to have the efficient system. Through this division, they can govern the state efficiently. Administration will be efficient. So in that way also, the Indian government is also divided whole country into different states, and also we people are having different level of government also. Like I told you, state one, that center one state, and the local. Okay, and why there is a need of this local self-government? Just now I told you that we need a local self-government because as a vast country like India, and the population is very much also, so it is very difficult to know each and everyone's position, condition, their needs. Not like that. So I told you that if Prime Minister Modi is there at the center, he will not be able to know the condition of a person like me. What is the need? My local area person can. Okay, my local area person can know about my condition. So on the basis of this, the government of India established the local self-government in two areas, rural and urban. Okay, so this chapter is focuses on this part, rural self-government. Next chapter, inshallah, we will discuss about the urban areas. See, if we will talk about this local self-government, so firstly you have to remember that this local self-government is having some autonomy. some power to take the decisions. Okay, and if we will talk about the need of this local self-government. So firstly, you can see that if, like you can take the example like I want to become the Prime Minister of India. Without knowing anything I can be? First of all, I have to know about my area. We have to start our thing from the grassroots level. Okay, if I don't know about the problem of the people of my area, how system work, it is not like that. Without experience, without knowing the system, we are not able to do that. So this thing can be served as a training area for the people who want to become or want to get higher position in the political system. Okay, and secondly, you can see that through this system, people watch out the different policies, programs and other things, and they can share their feelings, their wants, needs and desires. Okay, and thirdly, we will talk about due to this local self-government, this local self-government decreases the burden of a state and a center. Like you can take the example, earlier I was the teacher and I was there and handling whole class alone. Then I decided that I have to nominate one monitor. Like I choose Gibran is the monitor. So my responsibility will be decreased. I can rely on you, you can report me about the class. So like this also, you can take the example of local self-government. So this local self-government reduce the burden of a state and the center. Okay, and it coordinates and cooperate, or you can say generate the cooperation between the state and the center. Okay, so these are some of the important needs of this local self-government. Okay, and especially we will talk about the local self-government in rural areas. So this local self-government in rural areas work on a system, and that system is called as Panchayati Raj system. Okay, this Panchayati Raj system is not a new concept in India. Before the Britishers also, panchayats were there. Here, this word panchayat comes from a word panch. What is?
Five.
That means 5. So earlier what happened? The adult people or respected people of the village, they were elected as the panch of the village, and they were 5 in number. But what happened during the period of Britishers? This system was disturbed. But after the independence, when India got freedom in the year of 1947, so again the government and the people realized the importance of this Panchayati Raj system, and especially Gandhiji. Do you remember that when we were discussing about the DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy, Gandhian Principle?
Yes.
Okay, in that Gandhian Principle, Gandhiji advocated this Panchayati system very much. He especially focused on this point, and as we talking about the emergence of this Panchayati system, so few things you have to remember about it. One is this: there was one article related to this Panchayati Raj system, and that article was Article 40. Article 40 focuses on the establishment of the Panchayati Raj, and this is there in the DPSP, Article 40 of the Indian Constitution. And apart from this, what? So what should I do? Sorry, ma'am. guys.